The year was 1961, and I was 10 years old. My story takes place in the city of Atlanta, which is located in the United States of America. During the 60s, African Americans in the state of Georgia experienced serious discrimination. This time was referred to as the Jim Crow era. African Americans, or Negroes as we were referred to then, were treated as second-class citizens. We had our own schools, parks, and recreation areas. Although they weren't the best, they were ours to enjoy. We had excellent teachers who also acted as disciplinarians, coaches, counselors, mentors, second parents, and some as bullies. My classmates and I shared a variety of skin tones and never thought anything about it. I feel like I showed resilience when I overcame being bullied by my fifth grade teacher. It all started in class one day when my best friend and I would whisper to one another. You see, some of my teachers had very fair or light complexions and tended to favor students who looked like themselves. Those of us who didn't look the part experienced what we termed double discrimination. That is, discrimination from those of the European descent and those of our own race. An example of this double discrimination occurred when my fair-complexioned best friend and I were sitting in class one day. We had been given a writing assignment and admonished by our rather aged teacher not to talk. As soon as the teacher turned her back, my best friend leaned over and whispered something to me. She was asking a question about the assignment. As I began to whisper the answer to her, our teacher turned back around and caught me doing so. She was so angry with me. I began to share with her how I was just responding to my best friend's question. She disregarded my response and told me to go into the book closet. Our book closets were walk-in style, and the shelves were set in deeply. I had to rearrange books so I could sit down. My teacher sent me to the closet sometimes for the smallest of things, only to pull me out to write on the board or to read. She said she liked my penmanship and how I read. Surprisingly, during all of these times of isolation, I was never afraid of the dark, of being enclosed in spaces, or of being alone for sometimes up to 2 hours. It was during this time in my life that, as a child, I developed a life of conversations with God. I must confess, it has taken me much longer to overcome feeling inferior because of my melanated skin. James Brown's song, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, and my HBCU have really helped me in this area. After getting older, my conversations with God have continued, and it has been revealed to me that each of those dilemmas in my childhood were allowed to make me the bold, outspoken woman that I am today. A woman who, instead of dreading darkness, abhorring closed-in spaces, and fearing the state of being alone, now relishes the peace and calm I find in each of these adversities. I turned my lemons into lemonade. My advice to girls who may be experiencing a similar challenge is to be strong, be prayerful, and keep a humble spirit. Don't let anyone or any bully intimidate you. Always remember that you are valuable and worthy, and there's no one else like you.